Autobots in line. Roll call. Ready to go, Prime. Yeah, ready to roll. Let's street, ready to go. I guess I'm ready, Prime. Really? I don't see what this is all for. Or something. Okay, I'm ready to go, Prime. Still, it's silly. Just silly.
Hello, welcome back, Transformer TCG friends, fans, and family. Okay, let's go over this real quick. I tried doing a video, went 34 minutes. I'm like, that is way too long, so I'm going to have to speed up a little bit. I don't want to be John Muschetta Jr., or Lucid Lips, or Blur, or anything like that, but I might be talking a little fast. Okay, so I'm trying to get Facebook back up again. In the meantime, ranks. I'm all getting close to being half done. I've got a few printed out and some errors I might need to fix and update, and some typos, etc. Some things a little that, like, oh crap! Now that I got paid to have go to Office Max and get some stuff printed out and look at it, I'm like, oh crap, that's wrong, that's wrong, that's wrong. And I found out when I did a video for it. I'm like, oh gee. And so I might still have the video. I might still put it out with the corrected cards as, you know, to screenshot to look at or whatever. We'll see. But the ground Autobots, the ground Decepticons are pretty much done. I might need to check my pip colors though, because I just keep trying to refine until I can really reveal them. Because I where did they go? Because I printed these out, and these are just the backs of official cards, and I put them in sleeves and put them in the front on regular paper. You know, just letting you know how I do it. Okay? Does anybody really use fuel cache? How many fuel caches do you have after buying multiple boxes of official cards? So you were either something wasn't italicized, or something wasn't abbreviated, or something missing a period, or it's showing, you know, B battle instead of a black pit, the black pit icon, or something, or the wrong word, or yeah, I've got the Decepticon symbol on this one instead of an Autobot symbol on this, and it should be a Decepticon. You know, it's some copied and paste things that just are wrong. In some of these, going back and checking how these colors, the pip colors, are going to happen. These are not right. Now, I apologize. I got the sun in behind me, and it's really bright. But I still have a few mistakes, not mistakes, but a few technical aspects that need to be updated. Okay, and so that video is just gonna be right out. So, you know, there's that. I'm gonna have to redo it and spend another $10 at the store to get these reprinted, etc., so I can do a final reveal. And I apologize, because I want to get this right. I've got a lot of stuff wrong. Speaking of which, let's go to the custom page on Facebook. I'm trying not to be a diva. I'm trying not to be the star of the show. I'm not trying to take anyone's thunder. I just like adding to the game. Oh yeah, I remember about that. Okay, here finally. My computer's a little slow. I got to dump a lot of information and some music I don't listen to in this thing much anymore, etc. I need to go quick also because my battery might be getting low on my camera as well. So come on, custom page. Come on, Facebook. Okay, I've been talking a lot. I just tried to do, like I said, a 34-minute video that I'm not going to use because it was way too long. And so, you know, I might have to wet my whistle in order to be able to continue to talk. So I don't normally talk this much because, well, I'm home alone and I'm not working today. I took the day off because my boss said, you have to take more vacation because it's not all going to roll over. Okay. So we're going to the custom page on Facebook. And there's a lot of junk that I've done. and I do errors. I've made mistakes, and someone about 3 years ago, and a big stink, unfortunately. I think someone took somebody the wrong way, and they weren't trying to be rude. I think they were just being blunt. I think it's just, and again, text is dead. You can't get a lot of emotion out of the written word, so to speak. It is what it is. And I may have taken him in the wrong way, and somebody else did, and it just got kind of ugly there for a minute, like a January 3 years ago. It's all under the bridge. And then when I finally left my ego at the door and went back and read his post, in his initial post, what he was trying to tell me about, maybe somebody else too. That may have been. Oh, I forgot about that guy person. But anyway, let's get into the custom page. That I finally like. Oh, this is all he said. This is all he means, and it's helpful. And I use that information to help me make better cards as I went along, because I was pretty sloppy to begin with. Again, I wish I had more light coming at me instead of right here. Let's see here. Let's try this. Okay, that didn't work. But anyway, now Evan, I'm going to use first names only here because we are on YouTube, we are on public, we are online. I understand that. I'm trying not to dox anybody or anyone or anything or myself. So, even though I probably already have. So Evan has got some cool Beast War characters out there. Gnash Teeth is basically Megatron. And he's got some neat stuff. So, look at it. Some people have made some good comments. Nate, bless your soul, install the fonts, and someone had to tell me the same thing. I almost had to have somebody take me by the hand when it came to the Magic Set Editor. There's a lot to it, and I think when I did some of this same stuff and downloaded it for the string cheese, and downloaded Magic Set Editor for the first time, I was trying to make some stuff without the fonts too, and you got to download the fonts, and then it'll look right. And even, let's see here, let's look at Maximal Rhinox. Yeah, Maximal Rhinox and Maximal Rhinox. So yeah, he doesn't have a lot of all the fonts downloaded, and that will help him out. Let's look at his Maximal Rhinox alt mode 8-star character, 2, 12, and 5. Plus, when this defends, if you flip blue, 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 double the defense of this character. Double? That might be a bit much for an 8-star character with a base defense of 5. Of course, base defense would also include upgrades. Base defense is just anything not flipped, really, when it comes down to it. So that much defense is nice. Pierce does get through defense, and that was a big thing when waves 2 and 3 came out. So since Rhinox is basically a tank of a character, most official tanks from waves 5, 1 through 5, had the highest defense of about 3. So if this was me, I would have Maximal Rhinox have a defense of 3, and then you can double whatever his double his defense, and you might want to designate total defense or base defense. So if his total defense is 8, because you're using a blue deck and you're flipping the blue and you get the 3 blues on top of his defense of 5, defense from an upgrade, and the blues you're already flipping, that's a lot of defense. And again, Pierce gets through it all, but at the same time, that might be a little overwhelming, even for just an 8-star character, unless you want to make him like a 12 or 15-star character. But when I made my base war characters, which unfortunately I've lost the file. Originally was screenshotting from Tubi, and then I started screenshotting from Facebook when I found the HD or 4K or versions of it, and then they took it down. I think it's back up. I could be wrong. I think my Rhinox alt mode had a defense of 3. I would be safer with this Rhinox, especially with the defense you're going with, to be able to double his defense. And again, you might want to designate either total or base. Okay, Evan, that's just me. And I'm being nice about this. I'm not being ugly. I'm not being rude or anything to that effect. So that's why I went, yeah, that's me. I just knocked myself. But, and he didn't say anything. He didn't say anything. No, nor has anyone else. So it's something to think about. That's a lot of defense. That's almost too much defense, in my mind. And I'm not great with this game. I'm not 100% with this game. Even though I enjoy it, I just like playing it. I haven't fully grasped. Well, I'd be wrong to say that, but I don't fully grasp the total strategy of the game. I don't always take advantage of it. And with his character defense of being 5, as well as adding his whatever his base defense is with an upgrade on top of your flip defense, and adding and doubling all that that's just too much. I like the ability. I like where you're going with it. So just something to think about. Just something to think about. Okay. And some of your battle cards are really cool. But again, like how I had to be humiliated, and I humiliated myself. Now it was actually, I don't even want to bring all that up. Let me just put it this way. Once I finally, like I said, I think I said this 10 minutes ago. Once I left my ego at the door, went back to Facebook, looked at the guy's initial post, who he was actually talking to somebody else, and I came up to someone's defense, and I read his post just verbatim. There was nothing really rude about it. It was nothing but information on how about the cards should be kind of made. It wasn't the Bible of how to make cards or why or blue and what you do with blue pips or orange pips, whether it's an action or upgrade or anything like that. It was more like verbiage and the grammar, legalese, so to speak, on the verbiage. Some of your cards are a little wordy. And we can do exactly what you're wanting to do, but we can just shorten it and make it match the official cards, the official lexicon, so to speak, and the ATP, ARC, Transformer, TCG.org people, guys. I mean, we can come together and say, we like your ideas, but you can get the same effect by, let's truncate this and say it this way because this triggers then, etc., how the domino effect of the game falls. And that's why we like this so much. That's because of this cool combinations of ways of how the game works. This is the only card game I've been able to get my head around. Not 100%, but that I understand. So thanks to Evan for creating your characters and cards, and thanks to Nate for helping you out. So keep it up, and I like how you utilized some of the images from the Skybound comics too. Speaking of which, if you go to, you got about, discussion, people, events, media, and files, click on media. You're going to bring up 3 tabs without tabs: photos, videos, and albums. It automatically defaults to the photos and all the photos in the Transformers TCG custom page, which is a ton, and a lot of them are mine. And I tried going through and trying to delete a few things. And you can scroll down a bit, and you can scroll and be scrolling because there's like 5 years of stuff here, and some of this stuff just probably needs to be thrown out or deleted. But you can see the Unicron I created and the minions of Unicron and all that, and then you can see where, one more time, I nickname her Xena. I don't call her by her real name. She's Buddy's girl, And she gave, I think this is also an image from the Skybound comic. One more time, it's a 2-star action. You know, check that out with a hybrid orange blue. So that's kind of neat. You know, check one more time. That is her idea. And I came up with the Morphobots. I also drew the Energon chains. That one, a few things that I've drawn in a while, which is a neat secret action hybrid. I probably should have said hybrid secret action. Probably should have the hybrid on the front, but because I guess I don't have many of these cards, and I have to go back into Paint 3D, which is not being updated anymore. Okay. Did you get the notice from Microsoft a few months ago? I did, because I still like Paint 3D. Maybe I should get another program or something, but it's free in the laptop, you know. Secret action hybrid, you can play it as an action, or if you play it as a secret action, then you get the reveal and when revealed kind of things. But at the same time, play this card face up or face down. At the end of your opponent's turn, put it into your scrap pile. So it gets to stay out there for your full turn and their full turn. It's not exactly a rolling action, but not too dissimilar. But it can be played as an action. It can be played as a secret action. Thus, secret action hybrid. Again, it sounds better if I swapped it and put the hybrid on the front. But, you know, Energon chains is something I did draw. I'm not a great artist, but there's that. And a lot of these characters that I created. But, yeah, I was talking about the Skybound comic stuff. And I realized I went to the comic book store, and it was the wrong week for the new Skybound issue, and so I'm like, felt sorry, drove all the way, and so I bought some Transformer comics I hadn't seen before, because I haven't had a pull list in 10 plus years, you know. And he had the Revolution comics, and he didn't have them all, and I picked up a good many, and I've read through what I got, and they were pretty good. And I was looking, I'm like, this looks familiar, what is going on? Pep Talk. And I'm like, this is Pep Talk. This is where this came from. So, and you can see where I kind of put them together with Pep Talk. And, there was another one. There was another one. I thought I had both of these together. In the orange, and Testify, image from Testify is also from there. And you see Rat Trap in the background. Also from the same comics line of comics, but then, you know, talking about the Skybound imagery that Evan did with his, you can see with secret teleporting trick is one of mine. Upgrade +1 defense when one of your White Pip secret actions is revealed while this is on a Skywarp, do 1 damage to the attacker. So you get a little bit of non-attack damage, but you got to get a little setup there to go with an intense retaliation. Also, an image from the Skybound comics is a hybrid secret action white-blue reveal when your opponent scraps a weapon from an Autobot you control. So you would have to have two different factions, an Autobots, Decepticon, make one of those Decepticons a Skywarp. This would be included as being a White Pip secret action when it is revealed. But it has to be revealed if your opponent is using, say, an enforcement baton or vaporize, and they scrap a weapon you have on an Autobot. So you're trying to get that set up for them to take that off for intense retaliation to be triggered and flipped and to do 2 damage to an enemy. And yes, if you have the Skywarp in play and they also have the utility on them, you get to do 3. Now, to do 2 damage to an enemy, it can be any of them. But Skywarp's the secret teleporting trick, has to be to the one attacking. So, yeah, you can get a nice, fat, non-attack damage of 3, but you got some hoops to go through. Okay? So there's that. Let's I'm running out of time here, guys. But, yeah, and then... Oh, I clicked on it again. It's trying to load. I'm so sorry. And then there's my art for Chief Dosserbot, and then there's the one without the template that Armando drew that I also colored. This is the second version of me coloring it, because me trying to color Armando's artwork, and I had to redraw the whole thing in the computer just to be able to color it, was some of my earlier attempts at coloring on the computer. It wasn't that great. And he's like, "That's what you want?" And I'm like, eh. So after I had colored this and colored that and colored this and you know, shade and teak and whoever and copper and this character and this, all these characters that I was making up, water tanks, grist mills, boats, sailboats, pirate ships. It's out there. That's me. So I went back to Armando's art of Chief Dosserbot that he did for me. Golly, has it been 2 years ago, man? If you're watching the channel, then I went back and recolored it with what I had learned, and it looks a whole lot better. In the window looks like a window. In his head, the thing on his head, which is supposed to be like the light on the antique fire engine, looks like how it might be. And then I put that back out there in its form. In the background, I don't do background. People have helped me. And I'm kind of talking to Evan. I'm talking to any creators here that needs some help or direction in artwork. I'm not one for artwork because I didn't do this, and Armando is just a great artist, and he's humble about it too, which is great. He's just a great guy overall. And then you can see the one that I drew that inspired him to draw my character, Chief Dosserbot, which is a fire engine character, like I said, antique fire engine, based on someone's real name that's nearby. I don't know if he's the chief of a fire department or not. And I redrew that. I colored that one because I'm like, I need to go back and color my own. And I did that. So there's that Chief Dosserbot also. That's all me. And then somebody did a Minerva. Is that Armando? Where did that come from? Not official. I have no idea. And just a ton of stuff in here. Secret upgrades. I've been trying a few things. Secret upgrades, secret action hybrids, etc. I've been really trying a lot of different things. And then there's an image from one of the mock games that I had over here at the table, where I got all this stuff on my own private hot rod. A Battle Master, my floating throne, and the Matrix of Leadership. And it was the end of the game, and I'm like, wow, that's really cool. Let me draw this. So I draw it, and then Armando got inspired again, and he drew it also. So those sketches of what I drew and what Armando drew are both out there. I think the final, that where I colored it in, is got to be in here somewhere too. Zanbot is mine. Tempo is mine. Trunk is mine. All those characters. And once you see that style, you know it's me. So sorry. And then golly, how many times has I put that out there? Some of this stuff I wish I could just delete. I may need to go out. I have watered down the custom page so much. I feel embarrassed. It really is embarrassing. But I've tried making base cards, etc., etc. So let's get to the meat and potatoes here, which I'm kind of going over a little everything. Anybody that's at Gen Con, when that happened, I wish I could go to this stuff, man. That would just be so fun. Classic attack. It's a good idea. Play another classic attack. Up to 2 classic attack can be played for turn. When your chosen character with no ability attacks, it has bold 2 for battle. So, being able to play gives some perks to some vanilla characters, So, it's better than a surprise attack, which is only bold 3. But if you're able to play a classic attack and play another classic attack because you're using with the vanilla character with no ability, they may still have a flamethrower, but you're going to be able to get bold 6. Wow. But it's going to take 2 blue battle cards to be able to do that. So, is that a good idea or not? I don't know. But there's just tons of stuff out here. Just hit photos and just scroll and scroll and scroll. You're going to see a bunch of my junk, a lot of my art, and I wish I could get some of this off. I need to go through and thin this out because I'm not the star here. I'm not the star of the custom page, and it just sort of went dead for a while. And whenever I put something up there, it was me. So seeing Evan's Big Beast War cards is a breath of fresh air. Seeing anyone else put something out there is a breath of fresh air. Seeing the Transformer TCG.org guys, let's go to their. Okay. Welcome to the Wave 10 public beta. Card images, all 55 cards are available to download, print, and play. These can be found on transformers.cards, both in the card databases and the download tab. They have a Discord page. Our Discord is the central hub for the beta and the gathering point for all testers. If you have a webcam, TTS, or Octagon, you'll be able to get games in here. That is tabletop games. Tabletop simulator. That's what TTS stands for, if you haven't already unaware of that. Feedback form beta testing does not succeed unless it's able to gather feedback, and the feedback form is the best place to relay your findings and opinions about our cards. We're excited to see what everyone comes up with. See you on the battlefield. CNA augmentation. So that's their Wave 10 public beta. There's, oh gosh, that was in November. That was in November. And then Hunger Grows, Havoc Rises, All Turns to Black. November 3rd. Well, this is November. What is today? The 11th was Monday. The 12th was Tuesday. Okay, so November 3rd was the week before. The 9th wave of the Transformers TCG enters orbit on December 23rd. Okay, so that's what's coming out now, and they're beta testing Wave 10. Gotcha. But this is Org Wave 9 version 03.1 beta. Largest Transformers TCG release of all time begins its public beta on Tuesday, December 23rd. The first ever Titan class stratagem, a fully featured Unicron faction, powerful artifact utilities, well, the power of the void. 167 all new TCG cards. See you there. Unfortunately, I won't be able to be there. But I like their booster pack image here. I need to do something. At least for my Marina War characters somehow. I'm just not as snazzy as these guys have. It's because they're a team. They work together. Target Cybertron War Void. I like it. Makes me think of Void Rivals. So, not a bad comic, by the way. I've got the first trade 1 through 6, and I've got a few issues since then. And Springer shows up. Jetfire showed up, or Skyfire, whoever, in the very beginning, and they uncover him. And this own little alien planet are kind of warring against themselves. It's really interesting. If you haven't read it, you need to check that out. And some people were talking on here about getting the set professionally printed. Hey, and so there's that. Oh, I'm gonna do a video. I had a contest out there, and I'm sure y'all know about it. And I'm gonna have to make a video of this because nobody put. To me, the contest is still going. No one has an entry. No one. Since no one wants to win this, I may just do... Let's get where you can see this. This was from the... Oh, gosh. I just had a brain fart. 2024, the Jumpstarter pack from the same guys. And they're putting it out there. They're put up another little contest on the Discord again, so you more chances to win these. Since nobody wanted to win them from me, from my little contest, just freebie, I just send them to you, no cost or anything. But I'm gonna say it's over. We're gonna open these, not right now. I've gone 30 minutes, but we're gonna open these. We're gonna look at these at another time. Guess they're mine. Nobody wanted them. And nobody wanted to go through my videos. And I mean, even if the only person put out there, oh, that boat is John. It's a John boat. Oh, that character is Charlie. Oh, and that character is Boo Boo, and that one is Frank. I would have given it to you. I mean, there were no entries. You could have come up with names yourself. Sorry, time's up now, I guess. Nobody wanted to win them. I would have just sent them to you for free. But oh well. Contest is over. I'm not being a jerk about it. It's just, I waited. I checked my emails. Nobody sent me an email. No one put a comment out there. Nobody seemed interested. So, but the opportunities are still there. They're giving these away for free. Kind of. Through contests and getting the community involved, which is great. I love you guys for doing that and getting everyone involved. War Void coming out, beta December 23rd, as well as opening the public beta for Wave 10 as well with CNA augmentation. Interesting stuff. So we're all doing different things. Again, their stuff is well tested. Mine is not. But I appreciate if you print stuff out, try to play with it, see what if you like it or not. In the meantime, I got to call that quits for now. Yeah, I'm at home. I'm able to just talk free and not care if anyone's making fun of me or anything, because I'm talking about a Transformer card game, because my family makes fun of me of it. Trying to play a 2-player game by myself because no one else wants to. Yeah. Anyway, but at least I'm to be able to just sit here and just loosen up and say, hey, let's talk about this. Because it's just, I'm still enamored with the game. I don't get to play it as much. I'm trying to spend some time with my wife because we've had some heavy news this fall. Some heavy news. And that's all I'm going to say about that. I'm from Alabama, and I can say it like that too. So we'll see you next time. Thanks for being here. Thanks for listening if you made it this far. Nothing new yet. But again, I've got to do some tweaking and some changes, some updates. I think you're going to like what's coming. I like the rankings. I like this. I like it. I like it a lot. With that, we'll see you next time. Just a few minor things to fix with the ground unit Autobots, with their infantry, intel, medical, spec ops, transport, and artillery. And then the ground units for the Decepticons, just minor things. Maybe a few pip colors, but not much. I'm in the middle of the Air Force cards and rankings. They're about halfway done, which once I get the ground and the air complete, I'm completely halfway done. This has been an undertaking. And I apologize it's been taking me this long. And you're all probably like, come on, dude. We're waiting. What's taking you so long? It's just me, myself, and I. I don't have a team. I don't have anyone working for me. I don't have anybody to test this stuff. I have, at least I can kind of test these for what they are. Because, oh, wow. The ground artillery for the Autobots. Ooh, ground applied science for the Decepticons. That's not much. I've got a few other things printed in here. And it was like $10 to print at office somewhere. And it just everything takes time. And having a full-time job, full-time dad, and trying to get stuff done around here. Automobiles, house, yard, groceries. I do a lot. And I'm sure Dan Arnold probably needs some prayers too. I just have this feeling. And I really miss seeing him on his ATP videos. So with all that being said, thanks. We have something in common. We have something we can all come to and enjoy that unifies us. because it's fun. It's relaxing. And it's fun to make this stuff, to get other people involved. I like that this brings us together. I really like this brings us together. And there's people that like my artwork, and that's appreciated too, because I don't think I'm that great. But with that, we'll call this video quits for now. 35 minutes again. Oh gosh, I don't know how to shut up. Throw scraplets at the like button. We'll see you next time. As always, Autobots, flip out and let's roll for it.